Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Tharshey and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the easiest way to grind out any air event in War Thunder. So hope you guys do enjoy the video, and if you do, please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so I'm going to try and make this video as short as possible. So what you have to do to grind out any air event, well, with the new cycle of events, is you just need 8 marks of distinction. There's a 9th mark as well, but that is only for a loading screen. So to grind out and get the actual vehicle, you just need 8 marks of distinction. Each mark of distinction, you require 45,000 mission score. I'm not sure if it will stay at 45,000 future events or if they will increase it to 50,000 or even drop it down to 40,000 or something. But at the moment, you need 45,000 mission score every 2 days. So if the event starts, for example, on the 20th of February, then from 1 o'clock on the 20th of Feb to 1 o'clock on the 22nd of Feb, you will have that time to get your first 45,000 mission score for your first mark of distinction. Then from the 22nd to the 24th of Feb from 1 p.m., you will be able to grind out another 45,000 mission score for your second mark of distinction, and so on for your third, fourth, and fifth. It will keep resetting every 2 days. I'm saying 1 p.m. because that is what it is in my local time. For you guys, it may start at midnight or it may end at midnight. So just check your own local time in-game by coming and checking on your mark of distinction. But now that we know what we need, which is 45,000 mission score in 2 days to get the plane, and you need to do that 8 times. There's also the upgrade coupon, which is for those of you who want to sell the event vehicle, okay? So if you guys want to sell the plane, then what you need is a total of 750,000 mission score, and you need to get that over the entire duration of the event. So for the Sword of Justice event for the Jaguar IS, it started on February 22nd and it's ending on March 11th. And so from 1 p.m. my local time on February 22nd till 1 p.m. on March 11th, I will have that entire period of time to grind out those 750,000 score. That is for the upgrade coupon. Now, how to do it? That is the important part. And there is one method that I absolutely have to recommend. And I know it's going to sound daunting at first, but even if you're brand new to the game and you've never flown a jet before or you've never flown in simulator before, it's honestly not that hard, okay? So all you're going to have to do is, because if you look at the multipliers, you're going to see that ARB is a 1.4 multiplier, Air Arcade Battles is a 1x multiplier, and then when you go to S Simulator Battles, you have a 3x multiplier. And then you also have the multipliers by vehicle rank, but that's not really that important, though. From rank 5, you break even with a times 1x multiplier at rank 5, 1.1x at rank 6, and 1.2x from rank 6 and rank 7 and above. So you're going to want to play in Air Simulator Battles with a rank 7 or rank 8 aircraft. That is going to give you a 3 times multiplier from playing Sim and a 1.2 times multiplier from playing rank 7 and 8 aircraft. And all you're going to do is you're going to go and bomb bases. It's honestly the easiest thing. The reason you don't need to be a good pilot is because all you're doing is you're taking off, you're flying in a straight line towards whatever you want to kill, and then you're dropping bombs or rockets on it. So let's go over to my German lineup, and there I have the F4F, and this is what I use for grinding the event. So pick a plane, right, that you are comfortable flying, because different planes are different performance and different cockpits and stuff in sim, and you need to be comfortable with the one you have. Make sure you have good vision and the plane itself handles well and stuff. So for me, I like the F4F. It's pretty powerful. It has a nice big payload. It's also got some missiles as well if I do want to do some killing. So overall, I feel this is a very good plane for me personally to grind out the event in. Though if you are playing the US, you can use something like the A6E Tram Intruder. You could even go around with the F5C. There's also stuff like the F4S Phantom 2 for those of you guys who have bought it or who do want to buy it. The F4S Phantom 2 again is a brilliant option, because if you look at it, you can carry a lot of rockets. Not as many as my F4F, but it's fine. You can still carry like 200 rockets plus a whole bunch of missiles and stuff, which you can use for killing enemy players. So just pick a plane that you are comfortable flying. Make sure that it can carry a lot of rockets or a lot of bombs, because that is how you're going to be getting your score. So I can carry on this plane just under 300 rockets, and this is enough for me to basically take out 3 bases if I manage it perfectly in some. Though, I mean, I tend to not, I tend to just fire about 140 rockets, so I just go for 2 bases instead. But yeah, I pick a plane that has a brilliant loadout for you, in terms of its ground capabilities. Pick one that can carry a lot of rockets over a lot of bombs, if that is something that you need to distinguish between, because rockets give you more score. Okay. And I realize I'm rambling on a bit, but I'm just trying to drive this in, okay, for everyone watching. Pick a plane you are comfortable flying. Make sure it can carry a lot of bombs or rockets. However, pick rockets over bombs because rockets give you more score for destroying a base. Okay, if you destroy a base with rockets, it'll give you, say, 1,000 score. If you destroy it with bombs, whether it's a bunch of big ones like these 2,000-pound bombs, if you destroy it with these 2,000-pound bombs, maybe you'll get like 600 score. If you destroy it with a bunch of smaller bombs like these 500-pound ones, then you will maybe get like 800 score. Okay, so using rockets is the most efficient for getting the highest amount of score, followed by, if you are bombing, to use smaller bombs. Okay, use like 30 500 kg bombs rather than 2 or 3 2,000-pound bombs. Okay, so that is just something you have to note. Now, once you have that done, all you're going to do is you're going to load into your sim match. And for those of you guys who don't know how to do this, or how to join sim lobbies, because I know some people actually do struggle with this, you just go over here where you're selecting your game mode, you select sim match, it will bring this place up. Then you have two choices. You can either just click take part and the game will take you into a random sim match, or you can go to room list and then it'll bring up a list of all the currently available simulator lobbies, and then you can just pick one that you're comfortable with. So at the moment it's showing me a bunch of 12s and stuff as well, because I do have my MiG-29 in my lineup. So you have to make sure your lineup is the same BR, or just get rid of everything in your lineup and only have the one plane. So let me actually send to holiday. Okay, there we go. Now we can go and find a 11.3 max match. So let's see, 11 to 11.7. No, we want something that is 10 to, wait, let's actually go back, right? Click to battle again. They bring up the room list. No, 10 to 10.3s to 11.3. Okay, so it seems at the moment there's only 11 to 11.7, which is not bad either. But yeah, you just come over here, you can pick whichever lobby you want. You can pick it based on the amount of people. So this has got 10 people on both sides. Maybe you want to find a lobby that's more empty, so there's less chance of someone shooting you down. You can go and look for that as well, or depending, maybe you like the map or don't like the map. So yeah, once you pick your lobby, you're gonna spawn in, and then you're just gonna go and bomb base. As simple as that. Once you've bombed your base, you're gonna go for a second base if you have the ordnance, or a third base if you have the ordnance. If you do not, then you can either just J out and then respawn and repeat it all over again. Or if you don't want to lose out that money, you can fly back to your airfield land, rearm, repair, refuel, and then take off again. Now, the reason I would recommend Jing out after bombing your base and stuff is for one simple reason, right? If you have a premium account, you have expenses compensation, which means at the end of the sim match, let's say you're minus 500,000 silver lions. Once that sim match ends, the game will compensate you that 500k, or compensate you anything that So let's say you earned 100k, you lost 500k, the game will compensate you that 400k. So you are fine. Okay, you're gonna come out of the match with as much money as you went in, if not more, depending on how well you performed. So Jing out is just a lot quicker than flying all the way back to your airfield and then taking off again. Okay, so that's what I would recommend doing. There is also one other way you could do the grind. Okay, so if you absolutely despise bombing, or you just don't want to bother bombing because you find it boring, or for whatever reason, like for me, for example, I find bombing very boring and I just do not want to spend the time doing that. So what I do instead is I take a plane that I like flying, that is full of air-to-air weaponry, and that has good radar systems, because in simulator your radar is going to be your best friend. You're going to be using it to find all your opponents, track them, lock them, catch up to them, and then shoot them down. Your radar is honestly your best friend, because you can't see name tags and stuff like you can in Air Realistic. So the radar is the only way you're going to be finding people, besides spotting them with your blind eye. So I would take something like my Su-27, it's got a brilliant radar, it's got a whole lot of missiles, it's got a bunch of R-27s, it's got some R-73s, or something even like your MiG-23. If you don't want to do this at top tier, the MiG-23 is a brilliant choice. You have like 4 R-60s, you have 2 R-24Rs or 2 R-24Ts, depending on what you like to bring out. So you can take any fighter plane that you're comfortable with, whether it's a MiG-23, Su-27, MiG-29. If you're playing a different country like the US, you can take out your your F-16s, your F-15s, your F-14s, one of your F-4s. You can take that out even just without all the bombing ordnance, though I would just suggest bombing in an F-4 if you do have one. So take out whatever plane you're comfortable doing air-to-air combat in, and then go into a sim match and just destroy people. Like, your base will give you 1,000 points, I think, if you use it with rockets. An air kill will give you between 500 to 700, 800. It just depends. Like, some kills give me more, some kills give me less. I assume it's because of the amount of damage maybe you do to the plane or whatever. But yeah. And you just go there, you maybe get 10, 12 kills, that'll give you about 10,000 points, 12,000 points or so. And then times by the 3x multiplier and the 1.2x multiplier, you end up coming out of the match with your 45k score. So for me, you can see the second mark of distinction hasn't even started. Well, actually, it did start. Never mind. Second mark of distinction just started about half an hour ago. And I'm already at 95,000 points. And that's because on the first day of the event, I went into sim with my MiG-29. No, I actually went in originally with my F4F and I bombed a bit. I got bored of it, came out in my Su-27. And then I went into sim with my Su-27, fought around for about an hour, got a whole bunch of kills, came out, with the multiplies, ended up with a whole lot of points. So yeah, that is how to grind out any air event. I know I said I wanted to make this short and I ended up rambling on, but honestly, you have all the information that you need, in the first couple minutes of the video. I just ended up dragging it down a bit just to ensure that I reinforced everything I said, okay? If you have made it this far, or, I will leave a timestamp as well with just an overcap or overview of the whole video, so if you don't have to watch the whole thing. But let me just recap everything we just spoke about, okay? So the method you're going to use to grind out your air events is very, very simple. There's two options, okay? The first is you pick a plane you are comfortable flying that has a big loadout of ground weapons, okay? AKA, it can carry a lot of bombs or a lot of rockets. After you've picked a plane that carries a lot of bombs or rockets, you're going to go take it into sim and you're going to bomb bases or airfields. I recommend bases just for the simple fact that airfields are a lot more defended with AA and stuff, and you will get shot down unless you climb very high and dive down on them. So I would recommend just picking the plane that you want, making sure that you carry a lot of rockets and going and rocketing bases. If you really want to, you can go climb up, dive from like 6,000-7,000 meters straight down at the enemy airfield and just rocket the airfield as well. That works perfectly fine. And you rinse and you repeat until you have the amount of points that you need. I also recommend just J'ing out after shooting all your rockets. So fly over to the bases, rocket your bases, then J out, or fly over to the airfield, rocket the airfield, then J out, respawn, and go and do it all over again. You can fly back if you want, but honestly, it's going to take up more time, so it's not as efficient. And in the end, you will be paid. You will get your silver lines back due to expenses compensation, so long as you do have a premium account. The second method, and the method that I prefer doing because I don't like bombing, is I pick a plane that I like fighting in. For example, my Su-27, my MiG-29s, or my MiG-23s, which are also pretty nice. And I go into a simulator match once again, and I just go and I kill people. And, after about an hour and a half, I'll probably have 10, 12 kills. That's about 10,000 points or so. And I will be able to leave, and with my multipliers, I will have done my entire mark of distinction. So those are the two choices that you do have. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you have any questions at all about this method or about simulator or anything like that, please let me know down below in the comment section, and I promise I will get back to you ASAP. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy the video, please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video.